Well, congratulations. You've got to the end of the masterclass and want to spend the end after all this education and learning and processes and scripting to talk about your perspective, your mindset. And I've watched over the years the thing in between our ears, the mindset, the focus that we have in our business. It has the ability to positively and or negatively impact how much money you make. Now, let me explain. Limiting beliefs that we oftentimes have are things like when I was starting to get into the business, everybody would say that real estate is feast or famine. You either are doing really, really well or really, really bad. And I believed that, and that was the experience I had in the business. And so over the years, I would have a good couple of months and then a bad couple of months. And honestly, that just got old. It was very stressful. You rack up a lot of credit card debt, and it's just no way to run a business. And so I decided I was going to learn how to have regularity in my business, that I would consistently sell homes, produce closings and income, and so I reverse engineered the goal. I just said, how can I do that? And that's kind of one of the things that I want to leave you with is first of all, the feast or famine business is it's a lie. You don't have to live that way. Second, time blocking is your friend. Now, before you shut off your listening ears, let me explain what I mean. You should set an appointment for yourself to go through your CRM regularly. This is not something that you should do once every couple of weeks. This is something that you should do at least 5 or 6 days a week. And I get it. You know, you're working so hard to find contacts, and then your follow-up time was supposed to be from 8 to 10 in the morning. A lead calls and says, can we go look at a house? Instead of just saying yes, say, you know, I do have something that I was supposed to do during that time. Are you available at 10:30? If they say no, they're not, then say no problem. I can move the 8 to 10 appointment that I had. You know, so I'm not saying to be like unwavering in your time blocking, but at the same time, at least try. Most of you are not trying. You're so anxious that whatever they tell you to do, you do. And so, other examples of this, you know, you're supposed to do your lead follow-up, but one of the deals that you have under contract, the appraiser has a question about the square footage. Not urgent, just trying to update the appraisal. You don't make any more money by answering that call quickly. All right. And so what I want you to do is I want you to balance out your effort with your clients and those around you and not allow the tyranny of the urgent. So urgent things constantly demanding my attention. And I'll tell you, the slower I move in business, the more intentional I am, the happier I am, and the more money I make. And so slow down, set out a schedule, focus on it, and go make it happen. Another mindset topic that I want to touch on quickly is your perspective. If you start saying to yourself, these leads aren't any good, I guarantee you that's what you'll get. Now, I'm not speaking hokey pocus. I'm not talking about like, magical things. What I'm saying is, you ever, I was looking for a new Tahoe for the family, get some extra vehicles or extra seats in the vehicle. And you ever notice when you're looking at a car, you see that car everywhere? It's because the car has become something that you're focused on, and so you see it everywhere you go. Well, if you're focused that the leads aren't any good, the market's bad, nobody wants to buy a home, when you call the person, the lead on the other end of the phone, one of the things that they're going to say why they don't need your help right now. And because your mindset is nobody wants to buy, you're going to agree with that. You're going to say, yes, see, none of these leads are any good. And you're going to hang up the phone. But if I got that same call, my mindset is focused on something that is, I think that people are buying and selling, and I'm one of the best agents that they could speak with. I believe that. And so when they say that they're not interested, I ask questions. Like, so what do you mean not interested? Are you no longer looking for a home to buy, or did you already buy something? Well, no, and so I'm going to be inquisitive. I'm going to wonder. And that's why they call it rose-colored glasses. You want to really focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on, and that is not the fact that the leads aren't any good, because that's cliche. Agents love to complain about leads, so we just need to stop it, and we need to look for opportunity where others don't. I'm reminded of that story from Dale Carnegie. The two shoe salesmen on two separate boats land in Australia. The one lands, calls back home and says, "This is a nightmare. Nobody has any shoes. Whoever sent me here, fire them. I'm on the next boat back to America." Second guy lands, shoe salesman looks around them, calls back and says, "Whoever sent me here, give him a raise. Nobody has any shoes. And also, before I go, send me more shoes immediately because I know I'm going to run out fast." Same scenario, same product, two completely different outcomes. So you want to make sure that you've got that mindset of looking for opportunities. And I could go on and on about mindset. It's a really important topic, but I'm going to leave you with this one last concept. Many of you are really good about finding new opportunities. So you sit down in your CRM, you go through the process, you call lots of people, and you find people, you've got their right name and number, they hope to buy or sell one day. But nobody's really like looking to go move right away. And for many of you, that's what you do all day. And so let's use some round numbers. Let's say you spent 20 hours in a week in your CRM doing your follow-up. And 10 of those hours, so half of the focus, half of the week, is spent finding new opportunities. And let's say out of that 10 hours, you find 5 people out of 100 that are hoping to buy or sell one day, and you've got their right information. Once you've spent the 10 hours to find those 5 people, I want you to spend the rest, the remaining 50% of your time, your focus, to be on those 5 people. So you go from 10 hours for 100 people to another 10 hours for 5. And you got to get engaged, find out, what their story is, where their incorrect assumptions, information, and belief system about the buying process, whatever it is, get involved, focus on them, obsess about them appropriately, and I guarantee you good things will come. So, I say that and everybody's like, yeah, sure. But let's break it down. 2 weeks ago, you spoke to a lead, you labeled them warm, you got off, you told your team lead or another agent, I had a good conversation today, but you're afraid to call them back because you don't want to scare them away. And they said to you, well, I'm just browsing right now, I'm not sure what I want. And you just were excited to have a good conversation. And you said, sure, no problem, I'll send you listings. You didn't find out why they're waiting. You don't know what they want. And so you need to have that courageous follow-up conversation where, I was thinking about you today. I know we spoke last week. I don't want to bother you, but I never found out, why are you waiting, right? Get involved, and they're going to tell you the story, their information, their misjudgments or miscues or bad planning or fear, and you're going to have an opportunity to make it easy for them. And if you do this, if you learn how to do this, you're going to make a lot of money. So thank you again for listening to me talk for so long. And for enjoying this course. Love the feedback, good or bad. I want to make this something that really helps your business. And again, I appreciate it and wish you the best.